A bomb is ticking in a crowded city. Only one captured suspect knows its location. He will not speak. Would you torture him to get the information?
I would not authorize torture. Torture is illegal under international law and most legal systems, even in extreme cases. Information gained under torture is often unreliable. People may say anything to stop pain, including false locations. Allowing torture in exceptional situations creates a precedent that can expand and be abused. There are other interrogation methods: psychological strategies, rapport building, intelligence analysis, surveillance, and negotiation that are often more effective and lawful. At the same time, the scenario creates a genuine moral tension. The urge to save many lives is powerful. Some people argue that extreme emergencies justify extreme actions, but as a police officer operating under the rule of law, I would choose methods that remain legal, accountable, and effective rather than torture.
My decision is no. I would not torture the suspect. Here are my reasons. It is highly unreliable. Under extreme pain, people will say anything to make it stop. If he gives a false location, we waste our precious time searching the wrong area, ensuring the bomb goes off. It violates the law. I swore an oath to uphold the law, which strictly forbids torture. We cannot protect a civilized society by adopting the savage methods of terrorists. It destroys the court case. Any evidence gained through torture is inadmissible in court. The terrorist would walk free on a technicality, and I would go to prison. There are better alternatives. Instead of torture, I would immediately use rapid digital forensics, tracking his GPS and phone data, expert psychological interrogators, and massive emergency mobilization to find the bomb.
Yes, I would torture him. Reason: the lives of thousands of innocent civilians about to be killed outweigh the rights of one person who is actively complicit in their mass murder. In this narrow, extreme scenario where we know he has the information, time is running out and no other options exist. Failing to do whatever is necessary to extract it would be moral cowardice. The greater evil is allowing the bomb to detonate, not violating the terrorist's physical integrity. I would do it, accept the legal consequences afterward, and sleep fine knowing the city survived.
No, I would not torture him. Practical reasons. Torture produces unreliable information. People say anything to stop pain, sending us chasing false locations while the clock runs out. It wastes critical time. Skilled interrogation techniques actually work faster. We have effective alternatives: rapport building, deception tactics, evidence confrontation. Offering deals work demonstrably better. Professional/legal reasons. It is illegal under domestic and international law. Evidence obtained is inadmissible and compromises prosecution. It violates my oath. I exist to uphold the law, not suspend it. I would face criminal charges myself. What I would actually do: deploy experienced interrogators immediately. Offer real incentives/deals. Work parallel intelligence. Surveillance, associates, phone records. Coordinate with bomb disposal and evacuation simultaneously. The law exists precisely under pressure, not just when it's convenient.
No, I would not authorize torture. Here's why. First, the scenario rests on a fantasy of certainty. We know he knows. We know the bomb is real. We know time is short. And we know torture will reliably produce accurate, actionable information. In reality, none of these are knowable with such certainty. People under torture say whatever they think will stop the pain, often falsehoods, guesses, or what the interrogator wants to hear. Chasing fabricated leads wastes time, potentially costing more lives. The ticking bomb is a hypothetical, not a blueprint for policy. Second, torture isn't just an act against one person. It's a degradation of the society that permits it. If we break this taboo, even once, We create a precedent that erodes the legal and ethical norms, protecting everyone from abuse. The suspect's humanity and our own matters, even under extreme duress. A civilized order can't survive if it licenses atrocity whenever the stakes feel high enough. That's the very logic terrorists exploit. Third, there are almost always alternatives we haven't exhausted. Skilled, non-coercive interrogation, technological surveillance, public alerts, evacuations, or even accepting a tragic outcome while upholding the principle that we don't become monsters to fight monsters. The dilemma forces a false binary: torture or let the bomb explode. That's rarely the actual choice. I recognize the visceral pull of saving innocent lives. If it were my family in the blast radius, I'd feel the temptation. But moral principles exist precisely to restrain us. When emotions and urgency tell us to abandon them, I'd rather live and die in a society that refused to institutionalize torture, even when it hurts.